Hello, and welcome to another Pauper video. Going to start off with a story time now. So, Pauper Familia's Discord, really good, hosted by Calicais, and a load of the spiky Magic Online Pauper players posting here. Saw this tweet. How do I make it bigger? Okay, here's a deck list. Playing green-white beasts. Which is, quite cool. They went 4-1 in a league. Obviously, this is like relatively fair. Once you get your thing going, you keep drawing cards, lots of mana. And I saw that and was like, that's really cool. And then, particularly the changeling interaction with Mass Vandal. And so I went completely off the deep end. So part of my channel, as we all will hopefully know, is we play Izzet Fairies and we play bad variants of Elves. And let me tell you, go on the wrong tab. Let me tell you about a bad variant of Elves. How do I should just lay out this deck to start with. So, when I started playing back in Lorwyn, Shadowmoor kind of time, it's like back LSV won a Pro Tour with like a combo elf deck playing what's the Glimpse of Nature. Whenever you play a creature, draw a card, and you just draw your whole deck. We're basically doing that. So we've got the same 8 Beast Lord whenever they come into whenever Beast enters, draw a card, and then we're pairing that out with Beasts, but our Beasts look a lot like Elves. So we've got 4 Universal Automaton, 4 Masked Vandals, 4. I'm sure you recognise this card, Guardian Gladewalker. To be honest, I'm sure you all recognise Universal Automaton as well. So 2 mana Elf Beast has some flavor text, and then 4 what's this guy called? 3-tree Mascot. This is Bloomburrow. He actually matters because he makes red mana. Okay, so we've got our beast set, we've got our beast draw engine, we've got our beast elves. The mana engine is 4 Priest of Titania, 3 Elvish Guidance. We're kind of running 7 Priest of Titania effects. You'll kind of recognize this from when I was playing bad version of Elves before. If you have for any reason watch those. So for every elf, again we're playing quite a lot of elves. Taps for mana. Then we've got 4 Arbor Elves. So with an Arbor Elf in play, we can effectively untap the Elvish Guidance. So that makes kind of an extra 4 copies of Priest of Titania. So kind of playing 11 Priest of Titania. Quirion Ranger resets one of these, so this is essentially going to be like our Songs of the Damned in Cycle Storm, where it's a ritual that just adds a certain amount of mana if it works. And then I don't know, we'll put Quirion Ranger in his own little pile. We've got our Priest Titanias, our Beast Elves, our Draw Engine, and our kind of odd things. Need some Findron Elves just to give us some velocity. Birchlaw Ranger, the land grant over the lands. Birchlaw Ranger, again, we've got 3-tree Mascot as well, so we've got 6 ways to make red mana. Bit of Reunion is our, gives a Priest Titania haste. It's also our kill condition. Our kill condition is we're just going to put this pile of 42 creatures, well, sorry, as many as we can of this pile of 42 creatures onto the battlefield and give them all haste. The problem we'll run into is if it works, this isn't optional, so we'll have to leave some cards in our library. It's a tough life, but somebody has to do it. And then the thing that kind of I've tinkered around with this a little bit already up to now. Winding Way was a big find. Doesn't help with Bitter Union, but if we have like one Wirewood Savage, we can find a Wirewood Savage and a Mascot, or if you're kind of chaining these with one of the draw engines in play, this is kind of our way to actually get +1 card. So, is this deck good? Probably not. Is it better than Elves? Definitely not. Are we going to try really hard to cheat somebody? This is one of those we're probably not going to win, over half of our games, but the ones that we will win will count for double because it's going to look so sweet. That's the plan. So yeah, that's basically my tour. That's my story time. That's all the kind of exciting, interesting stuff. The sideboard's a bit boring. We put some of this, it's basically just normal elf sideboard cards. We're going to put a load of guys in play with a well-wisher. We could buy ourselves, all the time in the world. People play this against fairies. Affinity, we're never beating a Crackdown Shaman in our lives. But maybe I've managed to convince myself that obviously these are way, way worse than I lead the Stampede Winding Way. They might draw more cards eventually, but instead of getting all your, look at 5 creatures at once, it costs just actual 10 million mana. But it does mean that you can take non-creature spells if you draw them, whether you want to draw them or whether you want to draw, a beast, as he so eloquently put it. This is probably not great, but and then we've got some Essence Wardens again, so just more elves that gain some life. Maybe the Digama wants to be something else. I can't think of anything else fits the kind of cool thing. Yeah, who cares about the sideboard? Oh, we've only got 14 cards in here anyway. Maybe I'll put in an extra lead the Stampede. And basically just, this is our plan. We're going to stick to it, maybe go deeper on the mana. But the juice is going to be, can we actually steal a game 1 with this? And let's find out. Right, we are on the draw in round 1. And we don't have our mana engine. We don't have a draw engine. We do have a bit of reunion. And I don't think the deck will mulligan very well. So I'm going to keep, and it could be a disaster. We just have to draw well. I'm not even sure what I would say, will we have a good matchup? We don't beat spot removal. We don't beat sweepers. We might not be quick enough to beat clocks. And we don't beat prismatic strands. But other than that, it's all fine. I think I play the Birchlaw, right? I don't think they ever just bolt our Birchlaw. Can we just play a stupid pile of creatures and hope that gets there? Actual 1 mana 1/1. So I'm going to play out one of these so that I can play the noted pauper card Guardian Gladewalker and put a counter on it so he can block. Hold down the fort, Mr. Gladewalker. So in terms of what we need, an Elvish Guidance is pretty good. Oh, spot removal on that isn't on a Priest of Titania or the like. Let's say we've got an extra turn. We need to draw something good here. I really don't want to show them how bad my hand is. Show them the hand and they'll just spend forever reading it. I think I'm going to start on the Bitter Reunion. No, because then if I draw Forest, that's fine. What am I hoping to draw? Bitter Reunion, put back the 3/3 mascot. Draw 2. And how much damage have they got? They got 5. They're drawing a card. Bushwhacker's lethal. So I can Land Grant and Winding Way, or I might just have to make a blocker. I can't play 2 creatures out because I need my creatures to be my beasts. Just playing the Quirion is really sad. We're not in the business of playing safe. We're in the business of trying to cheese somebody. And that's not great. If we die, we die. We have not come here to. We've not come here with the expectation we're winning a bunch of games. Okay, tapped out. You're saying there's a chance. I don't know. Okay. Okay. There's something here. You might have to hit on the, might have to hit a winding way. Priest Titania. Quirion. Give Priest haste. Add 4 to play a Woodland Liege, an Arbor Elf. Untap Priest, pick up Forest. Make 6 mana. Play an Automaton. I'm keeping the unplayed land so that if I draw a, what do you call it? Draw an Elvish Guidance, Elvish Presence. I could play that. This is a dies trigger, so I can actually eat one of these. Okay, so we've run out of juice. But we have kind of done the thing. I won't replay the forest. So they've got 5. Obviously, if they have a bolt, we're just dead. If I don't replay the forest, I could draw my 1 of Bitter Reunion that's still in the deck. What turn is this? Turn 4? Yeah. I mean, it was better than it looked like it was going to go. So just play the Findhorn Elves and sit, kind of lose a couple of mana. I'm going to have to lose quite a lot of creatures to blocking as well. I am just trying to think it through because it'd be sweet to steal a game. I think this is kind of on the closer end of whether we win a match, win a game. Sorry, well, yeah, a game. Then obviously we'd have to win 2. So our outs are drawing a Winding Way or a Bitter Reunion. Otherwise, we don't actually end up plus a beast, plus cards on the beast. We need to find a beast and a Woodland Liege, or multiple beasts. I think we just have to play the Findhorn. And then having the forest in hand keeps us. Oh no, we've got a Quirion Ranger. We don't need to keep the forest in hand. We can tap the forest. We can bounce the forest later. Okay, that was a lot of time to think to eventually come up with the answer, which is it didn't matter. And get bolted. And get bolted. Good. Okay, well at least we did think about it and we found the right thing in the end. What do we want to do here? Do I just dump a load of guys into play? Okay, I didn't mean to put them all in on top of each other like this. What else did we do? We did some Essence Wardens and some Well-Wishers. Okay, we can't be in End the Festivities that they probably have. Instead of having a sideboard card to deal with that, we have our sideboard card which is very susceptible to it. Maybe we don't want to lead the Stampedes. And then, obviously, these aren't helpful elves for what we're trying to do. I feel like boarding in a bunch of well-wishers, losing to End the Festivities is so sad. But why I was saying, well, they're in my sideboard, so I should play them. Maybe I cut the Bitter Reunions. We don't need to kill them that turn. Although Bitter Reunion Well-Wishers, a big game. Just apologise because I'm taking quite a long time. I think I'm going to take my shot on the play to just basically run it back and try and get there and be sweet. What's my extra card? Was there an extra Winding Way that I put in? I might keep the Winding Way. No. Yes, I'm going on the play. I'm going to try and do the thing again. Basically, no sideboarding because it just slows me down. Maybe Essence Wardens. They're low impact for some automatons. Maybe automatons so good. Maybe for some of these guys. Yeah, so we're just going to basically try and keep most of the plan together, and then if we somehow get to a game 3, then we'll just go degenerate, like just try and play some guys, get on the board. Okay, so I'm going to be keeping. Part of me wants to give them an Essence Warden to bolt instead of my Findhorn that I really need, but we were nearly there. Like, I mean, we comfortably lost, but what, we got to turn 4 and we actually did something. The deck did a thing. That's promising enough for the first match of the league. I think that's the first match I played against a human and not just the solitaire lobby, because it's not like I'm interacting much with the opponent. I'm just trying to do the thing. Right, opponent has mulliganed. You love to see it. We don't normally celebrate. Oh no, we do celebrate when opponents mulliganing quite a lot, but like in this one, I'm gonna say that we're the goodies. No bolts. Oh. Oh, please play a stupid great furnace that we can kill. I really don't want to reveal my hand. My hand's garbage. I could do the Querying Ranger trick, but then I'm just always down a mana, so I have to do this. And stupid hand. Stupid cards I put in my deck. Killing the Findhorn Elves was so annoying. It was so good. Okay. Okay, there's a bolt in there, so I can't play my Woodland Liege because I need it too much. So what, we just give them a, like, I guess I give them a Mass Vandal because we've got the second and they know about this. Maybe this gets them to play a Great Furnace. And anyway, it blocks, which is better than everything else in my deck. Yeah, okay, I'll be really, really good. Try hard with my terrible deck. Not terrible, my sweet, sweet deck. Which do I want to block with? As I say, I'm keeping to the plan, so I'll untap the Essence Warden and threaten to block with that. So I'm going to get something bolted and something I'm going to be percussed. I guess they're not bolting the Essence Warden. So a Mass Vandal kind of like tidies up the board again. Or we can play our Woodland Liege. We've got quite a lot of time. Okay, that's attack. And also if I play my Liege, even if it dies, at least I've got a 3-drop out of my hand that I otherwise couldn't cast. So if they don't bolt it, being able to Mass Vandal, get some value. Oh? Huh? No bolts, no bolts, no bolts. No bolts. We're saying there's a chance. We're not saying it's likely, but we're saying there's a chance. I nearly blocked thinking I'd played the Mass Vandal, but obviously I hadn't. So now they've got 4 lands. I probably don't need to kill their Great Furnace. We could Winding Way, or we could just take our card. I think we just take our card. That's a card. It's a shame that we have to reveal this. Okay, so again, I'm quite hopeful. We can do the Quirion Ranger trick to cheat a mana, which will mean we'll get to Elvish Guidance on an untapped forest. Oh my god, we're doing it. Oh my god, we're doing it. First match, we're going to have a game in which we will do it. So tap 3 mana, untap this, pick up this. It's not like insanely good. But, you know, be reasonable here. Look at what we're working with. Maybe I should have Winding Wade first. Oh, can you see how many cards are here? Oh, I shouldn't have done this. I shouldn't have done this one. Because now I've only actually got a draw two in my hand. Yeah, okay. I may have got a bit, and I played this instead of the Arbor Elf. The Arbor Elf, oh man, playing the Arbor Elf would have been so good. It's like net 1,000,000 mana. I got too excited. I'll calm back down. Just block a guy. I'm so excited. You just love to see it. Play a beast guy. Tap make 1,000,000 mana. Play a beast guy. God, if I had the Arbor Elf, I would have done the thing. Not having the Arbor Elf is so sad. And we're bricked because we played the stupid Changeling. God damn it. Okay, well, we'll play this, we'll play the stupid Arbor Elf. We can untap a guy, but that doesn't really matter. Everything that's not a, what's the word? End the festivities is just music to my ears. I need to. Changeling, changeling, changeling. Yes! So this is like a draw four. I top decked, and it's back to doing it. We are so back. God, we only hit one dude. Sure. No, 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 why? Why? Why you do this? Okay, so we could have actually won the turn before. Not the turn before. Was it turn before? Yeah, if we sorry, it was only one turn before. If we'd have let's say correctly, instead of the Universal Automaton, played the Arbor Elf, which would have been net 1,000,000 mana and net plus a few draws. But we've won a game that, to be honest, beats my expectation for what the deck was going to do. And to be honest, I'm riding a high. I'm just going to get back to this list. I'm not gonna. I've got what's this? I'm using two of them, but I've got what's this? 8 sideboard cards for red decks. I like for burn decks, life gain things, and like things that stonewall. I'm not doing them. I don't need that. What I need some beasts that look curiously like elves. Yeah, it is really tempting to put in the V2 Guardian Inspectors to actually try and have a match win. I feel like this is the closest we're going to have got to winning a match, and we might have blown it. Come on, 6, 6, 6, 6, 7. Oh. So we're going to keep. Again, we need to draw a beast payoff. Otherwise, yeah, we need to draw a payoff because otherwise we're just playing all these bad cards for no reason. Korean Ranger kind of does Korean Ranger Priest Titania is certainly a powerful pair of cards. Okay, so is Burning Tree and Rally. Burning Tree, nothing. I'm excited about Burning Tree, nothing. And I mean, we kind of have to just play. I don't want to show them. I don't want to play the priest if I can avoid it, but I just don't think I can. can go priest, Quirion. If I go Quirion, it's mana neutral, so I can't go Quirion and Masked Vandal. No, I can go Quirion and Masked Vandal, but I can't go Quirion to let me Masked Vandal and priest. I'd need to not have played the tap. I need to be on turn 3 to do that. So I'm going to drop the priest, hoping they can't kill both of our creatures. Am I, or do I just accept that I'm, playing a Masked Vandal? I think I probably do. As sad as it is, I'll just be respectful. Take a turn off. Maybe they kill our Masked Vandal and we get to stick a priest. The downside of this is that if I do stick a priest, it's in 2 turns' time that it taps for a minute for all the mana in the world. 3 turns' time, because we can't play it next turn now anyway. Okay, yeah, I just don't think we're getting over the line. So if we put this here, we might be able to keep our guy through a Searing Blaze. And then I can make 2 mana. I probably should have played the priest and put it on that. Because there's a decent chance they don't have a land drop. And then what am I doing with this mana? I think I just drop a mascot. It might block. So glad we didn't play the priest because the blaze is on now anyway. Maybe putting it on the Llanowar that we needed to keep also sucked. We kind of need to somehow survive, play the priest, have it survive, have us survive, and draw a Winding Way, which seems like it's going to be tough to do. That's pretty rough. So we've drawn the Winding Way. We can play a priest, play a Quirion, chump with 1, try and go to 2. Now we'd have to chump twice. Ugh. Oh no. Oh dear, oh dear. Don't see the way that we win this. Oh, but it would have been so cool. It would have been so good. If we can't play the automaton first. Okay, obviously we lost, but this looked way better than I thought it was going to. Yeah. Yeah, so as the opponent says, the idea of having like the old elf ball thing is what I was going for. That's really cool. And it looked better than I thought it was going to. Based on this, we might win a match. Just not that one. Alright, we are back for round 2. Can't keep one of these. I'm going to say moral victory. If we won a game, it would count as 2, and we did win a game. So actually, we drew that match. Actually, no, we won that match 2-all in my book. This isn't actually a 0-lander. Is this hand great? This hand could be great. Quirion Ranger, Elvish Guidance, and 1 Forest doesn't work as well as it could. I mean, we're definitely keeping. Oh god, what? Sorry, I'm going to be very slow. I need to work out what my deck does. 2 mana, so Landgrant Arbor Elf gives us 2 mana on turn 2. Oh, we can turn to Elvish Guidance, which seems really good, so then we just need to put back one of our beasts. and hope that we, between what we draw on turn 3, that's going to help. I think this is the worst one, although Mass Vandal. No, Mass Vandal's worse. Like, if it's purely vacuum, this makes the red mana for the thing, whereas the Vandal doesn't. Okay, so if they have no interaction, we have a plan. Jund, however, does tend to have interaction. In fact, it has the Nemesis. And we have to show them our hand. I forgot about this bit. I forgot about the downside when we're playing this super terrible deck, and all the opponents know how fragile and all the cards in our hand, how fragile it is, and what all the cards in our hand are. Don't kill this. I know that you can see that I need this to function, but it'd be really nice if you don't kill this. Yes! Yes! Green, untap this. Korean. Untap this, pick up this. 2. Untap this again. Oh man, I just love taking game actions for very minimal gain. Oh no! No, don't do it to me. Oh, you've got a wildfire, haven't you? Oh, you've got a stupid wildfire. Oh, that makes so much sense. I don't want to put it as well. Okay. Or do we go for a liege? We could just play a liege out and not get blown out by this potential wildfire. Thing is, it doesn't get any better for us. I'm not going to send the message. I'm not going to send the message just on the off chance they don't realize that they could ruin us here. It's not. I mean, we pick up our guy, we just lose a mana. Like, we lose the Elvish Guidance, and they don't get to draw a card. Yes! 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 Okay, so next on the list is they wouldn't have a Crackcran Shaman. No! No! Oh. They wouldn't. Okay. Okay, now our hand doesn't do anything, so that's not good. If we draw like an elf, the next turn we can do a thing. Yeah, okay, this is much worse than overgrowth. I'll get rid of our message. If they wildfire me now, that's just rude. Um, it's just been a real roller coaster. I saw that red mana get tapped first as well, and I was like, oh, it's coming, it's coming. What's our best draw? Like an Arbor Elf, basically, right? An Arbor Elf means I think we've got a shot. Red cards do not help us. Our best shot has become that they play an elf, not knowing that this is symmetrical. I'd forgotten that John Wildfire, as well as having Crackcran Shaman, also has the card. Oh god, I'm dead. I have to block. Yeah, that's not gone our way. Yeah, as well as having Crackcran Shaman, which we can never ever beat, it also has actual factual John Wildfire, or actual factual Wildfire, which we also can never ever beat. So, what's the plan then? We would just bring in some but the problem is deglamoring deglamoring them doesn't really help because they're not going to be wildfiring their own lands. I think I'm just not sideboarding because all this does is make me less likely to achieve the cool thing I want to do. Maybe I can cheese them with like a turn 2 Stone Rain and they don't have it, they can't function. I'm on the play, I can try that. What would I cut? I think I cut some beasts before. And like, I don't know, maybe a bitter reunion, one of them. Yeah. It's quite funny because we're not very good mass vandal deck in that we don't actually put any creatures in our graveyard. Maybe I'll cut an Elvish Guidance. Alright. Okay, so this has the disadvantage of the opponent knowing our entire hand and that our entire hand's terrible. But it is a 7-card hand that like vaguely functions. So I'm gonna keep. I just don't want to mulligan into oblivion. Like we need to get lucky and draw something, but I can't believe how excited I was getting over what the opponent may or may not have. When it was just like turn 3, just trying to function. That was quite funny. I'm really into this. I'm really committed to winning a game. Okay, Deglammer. This is awkward. Winding Way for a dude. 3 dudes. We get to discard a creature. That's so big. Let's discard this guy. Oh, we milled over a Deglammer though. That's so sad. I'm saying this, and I'm gonna be trying to stone rain him into the ground. So maybe calling them the villain is a maybe calling the villain is not quite on, but oh. Okay, so we're gonna get their red source by the looks of it. No, no. I think they probably get a swamp. Like the deck needs a swamp. It needs bad mana to function. So we can play a Find on Elves to potentially unlock our deck, or we can just try and spike something. And because we need to get really lucky, I'm just going to try and cheese them basically. Take a turn off to try and cheese. Let me cheese didn't work. Yeah, it does. Please let me cheese. Bottom. Drum roll. I don't think my drum roll is coming through on my audio, but bottom land. They wouldn't have a Crackdown Shaman or a Breath Weapon or any of that stuff. Not our good friend ipnotico 86. They wouldn't do that to us. I love a chrysalis. I guess we're just playing one of our beast guys. Shame we cut the Elvish presence. It'd be a good draw here. I guess we've still got 2, haven't we? No. Okay, we like tapping green and black mana. Let's keep our eye on this little gem right here. No. No. Back to the Stone Age we go. Take revenge on the black red source. Okay, so what's the plan now? Plan is draw a Priest of Titania. They have nothing. Then draw like a Quirion or something. Obviously, I still don't think this. I still don't think this deck is anywhere near good. But I'm impressed with. It's not as bad as I thought it was gonna be. I thought that we weren't actually gonna get if I say like any part of the game, if you know what I mean. Whereas, opponents had to have, good cards against us, and otherwise we would have got there a couple of times. Just got one of our three tree mascots. Now there's only 2 tree mascots. But that's still hopefully going to be enough trees. Okay. Preset Titania, we're live. So we want to see nothing. We like nothing into a Caribbean Ranger. No, that's not nothing. I guess we'll see what our next card is. If it's a priest, we might run this back one more time. We won't block, we'll be dead to a Galv Blast, that's fine. Yeah, we'll let them do it. For calling you a villain. I figure that ultimately giving them, most of a free win does soften the blow of being called a villain a little bit. We'll play out our Universal Automaton before scooping. I'm having a blast. Right, we're back again. This hand doesn't have a lot of mana, and it doesn't have a payoff. I think we mulligan to 6, but the problem is, I don't know if we can have a functioning hand from 5 cards. And just, we've only got 10 lands with the 4 land grants, so it might be that this is actually as good as it gets. Not as good as it gets. It definitely can get better, but it might be that we should be keeping this hand. But it'd be nice for opponent not to know what we're up against immediately one time. Okay, I take it back. This hand's the nuts. If I put back one of the Arbor Elves, this hand's so good. I guess Arbor Elf is just better than Findhorn, right? Okay. My spider senses this is affinity, and affinity is another. I don't want to say this out loud, but it's another Clark Run Shaman deck. No red, no red, no red, no red, no red, no red, no red. Paducah Bog's not normally in straight up affinity. So I'm kind of saying there might be a chance. I think there might be a chance. We're gonna get to do it, kind of. So our Elf is free, and then we've got 3 mana, 4 mana. So just Woodland Savage. Wirewood Savage helps get the name right. Wirewood Savage or Woodland Liege, one or the other. See, I'm learning the cards now. That's how into it I'm getting the card names. I think I just play one of these. There's no way I'm playing out my What? Abjure? Boo! That's basically that takes up so much time. That's a whole turn for 1 mana. But like Abjure affinity stuff might not have Crackdown Shamans. Oh, I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. This poor forest being worked for everything it's got. I guess we should Stone Rain them. It cycles, and then we can still. Oh no, because then we can't spend 2 mana. My only worry is that I'm so clearly utterly reliant on this Priest of Titania. If we draw a forest, it's fine. I'm just gonna not play around anything whatsoever and just put my blinders on and cross my fingers. This is the plan. Should I play the Mass Vandal? Almost certainly yes. Refurbs are gonna sting. Oh my god. 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 We're gonna do it. We're gonna do the thing. Get the camera. I'm gonna go like this first to make an extra elf and get a. I know this isn't gonna enter the battlefield because presumably this is getting abjured. I know you've not got anything to sacrifice to abjure. Oh my god, we're doing the thing. I'm so happy. I'm just going to try and go off into this 1 mana. Yeah, ultimately I'm not too worried about the spell pierce is what I was thinking. I could go to my post combat. It's my second main phase, but then I actually miss the chance to potentially kill them. You know, we're swinging for the fences here. So it's perhaps 6 mana. Basically, the point is we need to find a Quirion Ranger. The Findhorn is kind of free. But if we draw an Elvish Guidance, it's better not to. I'm going to put this here just in case, like suffocating fumes or some nonsense like that. Another Arbor Elf. A Bitter Reunion. Masked Vandal. No exiles, just draw 3. Oh, I still have to choose a target. Forest and Quirion. Okay, no deal. No dice. Okay. I mean, again, we're kind of doing the thing. We're not like... We didn't actually win, and we're incredibly vulnerable to a whole bunch of potential things they could have. But how much damage can we do? Where's that deck? So we've got a maximum of 42 creatures. So presumably we can do at least 42 damage. Oh no, we don't actually have any changelings. Or red sources. Oh, we've got... I hadn't realised we've actually just got nothing. Oh, that's so funny. And I put back the red source guy, didn't I? Oh, that's really, really funny. Sure, Elvish Guidance here. Just play out my Elfie guys. And I'm going to keep all this in case I draw a red source, because I, could foreseeably need to cast multiple spells. Oh, I did think when they tapped out that we had a shot, but I didn't realise that our... I guess that was we were kind of... Because we were trying to dig for a Quirion, we didn't maximise our wooden lieges in play prior to casting spells. So what was it? We had 42 creatures. -1, which, is the 1 damage they've taken. So we should still have enough damage. We take 6. Oh, that's so sad. That's so sad. How did we lose this? I guess we've not necessarily lost yet, but it doesn't look good, does it? I don't think we've even got any attacks. Our attacks just throw away our board, so. Oh, it was so close. It was so close. So again, we've got 6 sources for these. Maybe that's too few, but eh. I guess if they're attacking as well, then that means we don't need as many. You know, it takes more for them to have enough Murmuring Mystics. The problem is that just any like single withdraw is well, it's lethal now, right? We don't beat a single counterspell. Oh, that's so sad. Um, Opponent's going to be absolutely very confused by how come we don't have anything. But I think I'm gonna bring in the deglammers here. They have Lorians and like a few more lands, so they're not quite as susceptible to deglammer. But then what would I cut? These 3? No, I think I'm just gonna run it back again. I think game 1, like, it's game 1. They don't have Crackland Shaman. I think this might be my best shot. The only other option is that a deglammer to keep them off of 3 mana for, you know, a Drown in Sorrow, a Suffocating Fumes is something I need to prioritize. But I think that's fine. Oh, we were so close. We had like, I don't know. Obviously, we'd used quite a lot of changelings. Okay, back to thinking. Does this hand do anything? Korean turn 2 Winding Way, turn 3 Elvish Guidance. I'm gonna keep. We might get our second land grant spell pierced or something, which would suck. Oh god, oh, I should have done this now, and then I can't get it spell pierced. That was really silly. You can tell I've not really played Spy much. Okay, coast is clear. If there's one thing we like about coasts, it's when they're clear. Do I just play a guy? I've got a Winding Way come. I know, just play the Winding Way. I was thinking we could play a guy just so our Elvish Guidance is a bit better. But let's see what they do. So they look to be holding up a counterspell. I don't really want to throw my mana away into a counterspell. But I really can't throw my Woodland Liege away. I can just play the Arbor Elf. If they have a Suffocating Fumes, I'm just really sad. I don't think they'll have any flash creatures. No, if they had a spell stuff to spy, that would have, well, yeah, that would have been really rough. Now what are we up to? Tapping out for Kenku. I love this guy. This guy knows what is valuable, and that it's not always leaving up counterspell. Sometimes it's letting me try and live the dream. Hang on. This works, right? I can untap this, pick up a forest, and this way I just get an extra. This guy's still untapped, but I just get an extra tap on my Elvish Guidance. So now I can Woodland Liege, untap this, add 4, Automaton, Waytube. The tricky thing is whether I play all of my beasts whilst I'm only drawing one card, look for a winding way, whether I save some back. So the Quirion Ranger is an extra, like is another ton of mana, so I don't really need the Priest Titania. Obviously if I'd drawn a beast guy earlier, it would be a bit simpler. I mean, I'm not going to play around anything. Where does it matter where I put this? Maybe I put it here in case they have a suffocating fumes. Yeah, I'm just basically running myself out of gas, aren't I? I guess my board's pretty wide. I'm saying I've run myself out of gas. I have made like a decent number of creatures. Quirion stops untapping things now, so we'll just play the priest. And attack for 2. Yeah, I mean, turn 4 we've built a board, we've done a thing. We haven't won the game, and we might well not win the game. But we have built an army. Again, like, I don't expect I'm going to win the match. Yeah. I don't expect I'm going to win the match, but like, we've done a thing. Put this here, battle in for 1, try and draw a winding way. Obviously makes a lot of sense why you would play out the Artificer if you've got the Arms of Adar back. I don't know my combo well enough, but I'm starting to pick up the hints that it might not be able to kill on the spot that consistently. The other thing I'm picking up is that actually, if I've got all these creatures in the graveyard, I probably don't even do enough damage anymore. We have well and truly got all the mana in the world. What's this land tap for now? I'm not going to make them play it out. I just want to make this tap for a lot of mana before I quit. It's only going to be 5, it's not even that much. So again, I know that I keep losing. I know I did win a game. But they've been close. Like, I really could have won game 1. I think we had 4 bricks in a row. And then this turn, it had the arms, but we had like a kind of clear run at it where we could have if we'd have drawn like an extra beast earlier, we could, like beast guy, we could have comboed. We had a lot of mana. Right, on to the next. Okay, so we're battling through to the 04 bracket. And obviously this is a mulligan. This is a keep. Put back a Glade Walker. I don't want to see spot removal. Don't want to see an early clock. Don't want to see counterspells. Ooh. I mean, this could be Izzet. It could be Fairy. It could be Familiars. Familiars is probably more likely. So it's either like Izzet Terror or I think it's probably Izzet Terror. Familiars doesn't tend to play too many brainstorms, right? Am I making that up? I feel like I'm making that up. Our hand isn't as quick as it could have been based on not having another elf to work with this Priest of Titania. Well, that is an elf that works for Priest of Titania. It is Scratch. Still thinking this is going to be Terra. I can play my Priest of Titania first and try and land grant into an Albreto as a backup. Opponent's going to have a whale of a time seeing wooden legion friends. Just spell pierce me. How rude. Okay, so no spot removal. Then I can play a 2/2 in my turn. now I can play an Arbor Elf in my turn. But the turn after, I'll be able to play a 3 mana 2/2. So after requesting a spot move and playing into a deck that's got 8 spot removal spells, it hasn't gone as well as it could have done. I think we have to play a Liege out now. Like if we draw an Elvish Presence guidance thing, so let's go Quirion. Just such haters. I've just realised that we are breath weapon proof. You know, he may be a beast, he may be an elf, but he's also a dragon and a pirate. He's everything. He can't be fiery cannonaded either. It's just safe, impossible to kill. I've never seen an opponent kill one. You know, who could possibly say why? Let's play more removal spell safe guys. And then, unfortunately, we're going to have to try and play our Priest of Titania at some point. Don't expect this will live through or resolve and live. It just doesn't resolve, that's fine. Skredar Beast guy? Oh no! Joke's on you. My dragon survived. What a sicko. I'm going to shame concede to getting spell pierced twice. Part of me was thinking that I actually just want this out of their hands so that I can play a bit of Reunion, but I'm just not beating the Monarch and rebuilding from here. Like, they have done enough. Okay, we're on the play. On the play, we just try and cheese them. And on the draw, maybe I might have the Winding Way. Problem is that they kill our mana and then we just don't do anything. Winding Way is just too slow. They can't kill an Elvish Guidance. Nobody can kill an Elvish Guidance. It's unkillable. It's too wise. So this is a keep. It's just got mana. Hopefully we'll do something. Again, opponents always just know our entire hand, and our slightly fragile deck does not do well against opponents knowing where to pick it apart. Can I see in here how my league is going? So I think if you remember, I actually won the first match 2-2 because my wins count as double. The blue-black affinity deck, we got close to winning. I might even say we got kind of close to winning twice. So we're actually 2-1. Who was the other one? Oh, the Jund one was not pretty. We weren't close to winning that one. The stupid spell pierce guy. I am very tempted to just run the chance on a spell pierce. I think it's worth it to try and get an Elvish Guidance down. I guess this means I should have played the Arbor Elf again in turn 1 instead of the Findhorn Elves. That's pretty silly. Other option is like Birchlaw, Bitter Reunion. I mean, they're an extra turn away from having a they're an extra turn away from having a breath weapon. So I'm just going to play everything out. Oh, I cast into the fire, stopping us from guidancing. That's not great. As long as they kill Quirion, we can't guidance. Okay. This still goes. And we actually get to play an Arbor Elf as well. So like a winding way. I'm just going to attack, and then if they have a way to wipe our board and we're sat with a forest with an Elvish guidance on it, then we're dead anyway. If not, I'll try and post-combat a Woodland Liege. Like, I don't want to discard one of these. I need them. They didn't play anything very quickly. I'm getting hopeful. I've also got a slightly sickening feeling that they might just have a breath weapon. That's not as good as I was hoping. The likelihood of them not having a counterspell in our next turn to potentially stop a Wooden Liege chain seems slightly too high. So we can make 6 mana, play this, untap, tap this for mana, untap this, pick up this, untap this, make 13 mana. We could set the Bitter Reunion for haste and make another 6, and then we're just going to spend 3 of it. Just entertaining ourselves over here. Oh, we get to attack. I forgot about him. No breath weapons. Still. They boarded them out because they didn't kill all my dragons. I'm super confused as to what their cards are. I guess if it's just 4 Tenarian Terrors and 2 Murmuring Mystics. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. Beast, 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 winding way, beast. You hate to see it. You absolutely hate to see it. It's not a game win that counts as double, but I'm going to say this was a half a win. We had a shot. We had a genuine shot. We had, because I don't think we didn't have any beasts played out yet, and I don't think we sideboarded. We were not sideboarded, right? Had we? No. So we had 18 beasts, 4 winding ways to draw 2. So we had 22 hits in 44 cards. Oh, so we were actually 50-50 to start a chain. The roller coaster of this deck, of just trying to get a win that I would celebrate. It's been fun. Right, we are back for round 5. This hand stinks, but it does have mana. It does have, so round 5, all the marbles for us. We are 2-2, but still this one is for all the marbles, and our first official win. I think we have to keep. We're up against yet another opponent who will know all of the cards in our hand. But they did kindly move to 6. Elves. Elves. Oh, nearly auto-healed without playing my land for the turn. So my one slight concern here is that turn 4 Elvish Guidance might be too slow. A turn 3 Elvish Guidance, turn 4 try and use it, might be too slow. But maybe this is the one. They won't have interaction. They could make our Priest of Titanias even better. This is very similar to the the last time I played a terrible Elves deck, and basically I managed to get 2 wins that time, but that was entirely by beating other Elves that made my deck better. Might as well cast this. I'm not playing anything else. So what do I need to draw in order to actually kind of convert into something here? Because I feel I'll need, if the thing is, if my point is, are we actually going to be quick enough? We're going to get to use Elvish Guidance on turn 4. It feels like we'll need to Britta Reunion to be quicker. Otherwise, like by our turn 5, what will take will be at 18, 17, 16, 11, 10, 9, 4. 4 is not 0. Obviously, minus anything they play this turn. I guess we'd be able to jump. Don't want to see a Hydra. How much mana do we have? We've got 3, 4. So 3, 4, 5, 6. So that's probably just double Liege. If all goes well. Don't want to see a Timberwatch Elf or a Lead the Stampede. Which are 3 mana spells they might well have. Don't want to see a Nyxborn Hydra. Oh no, 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 no. Generosent. Ooh. Generosent might be okay. We have to play slightly differently. Because we need to block here now. Did I just completely goof doing the maths? Or only ever so slightly completely goof doing the maths? So, play Birchlaw because it's free. Add 6 mana. Play a Woodland Liege. Play a bit of Reunion. The point is we need to find an Arbor Elf or a Priest of Titania. We might be doing it. We might be doing it. Play an Arbor Elf. Give it haste. So now Aquarian Ranger's live too. I've got 3 shots at Aquarian, or 4 shots if I play this first. 3 shots if I play. And I've not made a land drop either. So I could Savage. Oh, and I've got the Birchlaw as well, so I've actually got a lot of mana. Not a lot of mana, but more mana than it might otherwise look. Quirion, 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 Quirion. Quirion, Quirion, Quirion. We found it. We're going to get a turn 4, right? There's no way we fizzle from here. We're going to get a turn 4. We've done the thing. get the camera, untap this, pick up this, play this. I guess we play the automaton. I guess automaton's like the best card, you know, it's the best card in our deck. It's just 1 mana, draw 3, add a mana. It's just so good. This is so great because opponents not seen opponents not seen the 4 matches we have lost up to this point. That guy's a no, so we don't have to exile our own Elvish Guidance if we don't want to, and you'll be pleased to know that we don't want to. Oh, I don't know why I targeted that. Oh well. So this is good because basically the point of this league was to finally make a YouTube screenshot that will be our clickbait to try and get people to try and get people to click the video, and hopefully we have done this. There's definitely going to be the one I'm going to use. Look at this sick turn 4. Korean, untap this, pick up this. So let's just play out all of our elves now. We could get in trouble if we... How many wooden lieges we got? 2. We could get in trouble if we have the Bitter Reunion as like the bottom 2 cards. Let's just keep playing quickly though as well, because we don't want the opponent to give up on us. I'm going to keep the Wooden Liege back because I can always turn off the Wirewood Savages. I don't want to cast the Winding Way because I don't want to mill my Bitter Reunion that I need to draw to. Let's play this so that we see as many cards as possible. Play this guy. Put the counter here. Draw 5. Find the Reunion. Let's turn off Auto Yield so that we can. We're turning off Auto Yield so that we can not draw off of some triggers. Discard this, draw 2. Quirion Ranger, this, pick up this, untap this. So we'll only draw 3. Always no, always yield, always yield. Play this guy. We did the thing! We did the thing! Oh, turn 4! We did it! I also actually now just looked up the time and it's gone midnight. It's nearly 1 AM. I'm just gone delirious playing this deck. I hope it's lethal. It's got to be, right? I guess we've got a lot of tapped creatures, but there's a lot of 2-power creatures in here as well. Yeah, okay, by miles. YouTube screenshot. We did the thing. So part of me is worried that I can't beat a Well-Wisher. I'm just going to run it back. Who needs a sideboard? Maybe I have a Winding Way. But yeah, like, we don't have Timberwatch Elves, so there is an upper limit on the amount of damage we can actually do. Which might unfortunately be lower than we would otherwise want. I'm adding the Winding Way because it's just more consistent. And then yeah, we're trying to find Priest of Titania. So I'm going to keep this because it's potential for an absurd amount of mana. Then we basically want to find a beast guy and some beasts, and I'm not in the business of mulliganing a hand that is only one side of the puzzle away. But yeah, that's certainly a lot of mana. Oh, I'm just gonna play. I know that I shouldn't play elves because they've got elves payoffs, and us having more mana doesn't matter. But I came here to play elves. I'm gonna play some elves. They were also gonna play some elves. That's a beast. So now we just need a beast payoff. I'm not going to play out any of these. I can explode at a later time, and I don't want to show them double land grant. Maybe that means I should have mulliganed, but opponent's got Winding Way. Why can't I have Winding Way? So there's the Well-Wisher we can't beat, and a Masked Vandal which will get our Elvish Guidance. So Elvish Guidance is, basically a Dark Ritual. I guess a Seething Song is more appropriate. It costs 3 mana, and well, hopefully it'll make more than 5. It makes 5 here. But yeah, this guy just gaining a bunch of life is a bit of a problem. Winding Way or a beast guy, please. Maybe I should have land granted so that Aquarian would be on. If that makes sense. I've currently only got 2 Quirions, right? 2 Quirion activations. Okay, I'm just going to play my guys. Obviously not my beasts, but I'm going to play these 2. Just so that I don't have as many cards to look at in my hand. Again, I think the correct thing for me to do is not play them, so that, if they have a Nyxborn Hydra, it's not quite as big a problem. Maybe that's, I don't know, I was going to say maybe that's a juke, is that I just put a Nyxborn Hydra in as just a big X-Spell and have that, like, I don't know whether I'd quite call it a plan B. Maybe that's a new plan A. So, Bitter Reunion or a Winding Way or a Beast Guy into one of the above. Those are basically the things we're looking for. We take a gentle 7. Come on, Winding Way. Winding Way, Winding Way. Not a Winding Way. So, block here. We basically have to throw away too much of our board to stop this, I think. I guess if we stick the guidance and we keep the priest, that is quite a lot of mana. But it's just that, still it has to be almost explicitly Winding Way. Otherwise we don't get there. So I'm thinking block here, block here. I think I need to play this too, otherwise they just send in the whole gang. That's cool. We can kind of keep our priest alive through combat. Oh, and I can cast 2 land grants. At least thin the deck out. I was just stuck thinking they were, they're in my head they were just completely dead. Whereas they are still -2 forests. They didn't tap the Well-Wisher, for which I am grateful and wish them well. I feel like I just realised, as I said a second ago, that it was basically midnight, or basically 1 AM, and it's just hit me like a ton of bricks. I was so excited before, and now I'm like, ugh, can't keep my eyes open. I'm going to block the Mass Vandal, just keeps the most life. Winding Way or Beast Guy into Winding Way. No dice. I think I'm just going to have a lead the Stampede as well, just kind of maximize our chance of looking at cards, assume we have, a huge amount of mana. I don't think I can cut the Find One Elves because I need to get up to 3 mana to play a Elvish Guidance. But maybe I cut an Elf over and keep another Beast in. Keep our Beast count a bit higher, but because I lead the Stampede that doesn't hit Beast is basically, if there's no Beast, there's no Stampede. What's the point of stampeding if you can't get a Beast? So we've also not mulliganed into the Abyss yet. We'll mulligan this one, and we'll keep this one that needs to draw a way to make a lot of mana. Not a bad draw. That kind of gives us turn 4, we'll be able to, do this and something else. Presumably, like next turn, I think we're still just doing this. I don't think we've got mana to do something else. But what we've effectively got like 5 mana maximum next turn. And if I draw a 2-drop Beast, I'm still not playing it, so. Ooh. We're doing it. I think that's a decent summation. I'm having a blast living the roller coaster of, oh, I didn't realise they had beasts. I knew we both had elves, but I didn't realise we both had beasts. I didn't know we both had beasts. Oh no, they killed my beasts. And the Winding Way is pretty good. I'm going to start on the Winding Way and try and find a Priest of Titania. That's not a Priest of Titania, but it's still just there's a lot of mana in here. I'm not going to play out the Savage, I'm just going to maximize our... Am I? No, I might as well play the Beast guy. Okay, they won't have another way to kill a beast. But again, with only one, it only replaces itself. Big hunts. So I still kind of want like a, big mana piece. And I want another beast guy. So I can draw an extra card and then just play some sad elves. Just be growing our Wirewood Savage. Don't know why I'm targeting this specifically. A Winding Way. A Winding Way, so good. A beast guy. It's sick how much, considering we don't have that much, we've not got a priest or a elvish guidance that we've actually found enough mana. But this would be the turn we'd have to do it. We're not beating Priest Avenging Hunter. I'm sorry, I can feel my energy has just completely dropped off on this match. Like I said, seeing the time, I wasn't planning to play a league. I was planning to go to bed. Then I was like, I was really excited about the idea. So I was like, oh, okay, I will. And that's how we ended up here. 3, make a leash. Let's tap these 2 for the automaton. I'm just trying to maximize our chance of having Elves untapped when if we drew an Elvish Guidance. What was I? Mass Vandal. Try and find a thing. Green. Sorry, I'm super spaced out. Let's just make another green mana. Tap these 2, draw again. Okay, so we've finally found the what's it called? Elvish Guidances. Untap this, pick up this. Am I making any progress? No. Yeah, no, this was an absolute blast. Super fun to play. Not very consistent. Like opponents saying, it seems quite consistent, and like again, it worked a lot better than I thought it was going to be. I played much worse decks in leagues than this. I'm not sure what I would say. I'm not sure what I would say it's missing, if that makes sense. If you're, I think you try and you can maybe kill on turn 4 in a like if they don't have interaction, maybe turn 5, and obviously that's just a bit slow. In the current format, it's kind of about turn 4 kills, and we don't have interaction to really slow people down. I don't think we're likely to get another Priest of Titania Elvish Guidance effect. Anything like that that's going to kind of break that side of it open. I don't think the Wirewood Savages, if there was another one of these, I don't think you'd necessarily want to play 10. You certainly wouldn't want to play 12. That's too many of these clunky 3-drops. Maybe if the changelings got any good, if any of these changelings, like a changeling, what's the elf called that finds a land? Sylvan Ranger would be really good. I really like Bitter Reunion as the kill condition that also generates a ton of mana. Yeah, I would. I'm going to call this a big success in that it was really really fun riding the lightning. I don't think maybe we went so I messed up a bit by tapping the Korean, not the guy. The Koreans don't make Korean tap untap our Elf. Sorry, I'm too tired to work this out. Basically they don't make mana. They're mana neutral, but I make an extra guy each time. I'm trying to work out whether there'd be a way that I would be able to put an Elvish Guidance into play. And have an untapped Arbor Elf. It would be basically 1 mana, 2 mana, 3 mana. So maybe? I don't know. Maybe there's an earlier way to play it, a way to play it out differently earlier on. But yeah, this is going to be the outro. It was a bit of a long rambling thing. I think, to be honest, if you watch like you know any of the matches, you probably get the gist, which is it's it's kind of done its thing in most of the matches, but it's not quite actually good enough. It doesn't get over the line, if that makes sense. There's too many ways for opponents to interact and remove a few creatures, and then you just fall over. Um, but oh, it's so sweet. It's such a cool like living the magical Christmas land dream. Elf ball, like I say, old was it PT Berlin Elves. I loved it. And thanks for watching. Sorry for my energy absolutely coming off a cliff on this last one and then having a really long. I don't know how long I've been rambling for, but yeah, that's what you get. That's what you get for sticking out to the end. Go back and watch the first matches. They were they were a blast.